NBA legends seem to be enamored by Caitlyn. However, there is one legend who hasn't fully bought into the Caitlyn hype train. Let's kick it off with someone who can relate to the amount of pressure on Caitlyn's shoulders.
Put your blinders on, go to work, show up to work, punch your clock in, prepare yourself, work on your game, work on your craft, kind of keep your mouth shut, and just learn from the vets. When they ask, you voice your opinion if they want your opinion, man, early on.
LeBron went on to say that everyone is looking for you to make a mistake and say something you shouldn't. If you end up doing that, they will pile on you and make it a bigger deal than it really is. So it's better to stay humble and let your game do the talking. And her game is quite loud. In fact, she has gotten comparisons to the greatest shooter of all time. Steph Curry is often asked about Caitlyn and how good her game is, and Steph has nothing but good words for her.
Her range, her three-point shooting overall, her flair for testing her range every night and knowing that the other team's going to try to take it away. And she's fearless. No shot is a bad shot, and when you can shoot it as well as she can, she just adds another element of surprise that you can't really game plan for because it's so kind of just unseen.
Now, what is amazing about what Steph just said is that is how everyone describes Curry's game. Caitlyn really does seem to mirror Steph's game. So much so that Luka Doncic even said that she is the female Steph Curry.
I saw the performance. At least at 41, almost triple-double, yeah. He was shooting, letting that ball fly. I watched a little bit, but then I had to do some treatment. But it was amazing. I watched the first half. But she got to go in the second half, so I didn't watch that. I think it's more Steph Curry, man. It's a woman, Steph Curry.
Luka even said that Caitlyn can shoot it better than him. Now, that's high praise when you see how well Luka shoots the ball from every spot on the court. But like they say, game recognizes game. And speaking of recognizing greatness, Shaq went as far as to call her the greatest female college player of all time.
You are.
Yeah, but she's incredible. Congratulations to her and her family.
Yeah.
The crazy thing is I'm just seeing her last year when they played LSU, but she's phenomenal. I'm going to go on the record and say she's the best female collegiate player ever.
While Charles Barkley could only describe her as a monster on the court.
On the night. That's a heat check right there. 49?
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Hey, congratulations, Caitlin Clark. You are a monster, girl.
Yes,
you are incredible.
And she is living up to all the hype. She became the 4th WNBA player and the first rookie to record 30 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals, and 3 blocks in a single game. In this same game, she surpassed 100 points and 50 assists, becoming the fastest rookie to achieve this in WNBA history. She was awarded the WNBA's Rookie of the Month in May, averaging 17.6 points, 6.6 assists, and 5.1 rebounds per game during that month. Not only this, but it seems as if every week she breaks another viewership record. Her star power is something Gilbert Arenas can't help but stress when speaking about her greatness.
With her in the league, 5 games into it, we sold more merch than us all of last year. No matter how we feel about the attention she's getting, our is being sold. People are watching us now. The fact that she's making the league more popular for the masses, it's benefiting you guys.
Now, of course, Caitlyn has been part of several controversial moments during the season, mostly because of how other WNBA players have been reacting to her. But instead of seeing this as a negative, Kevin Garnett sees this type of attitude as a sign of respect. He believes other players are afraid of her.
I'm watching Shorty, Caitlin Clark go through shit. I'm watching man, rookies, you're gonna go through some shit. And guess what? When you're in, when you got the bullseye on your back, when you win, it's gonna come with some shit. Yeah. Ain't nobody's hitting y'all with the step back in the high. Yeah, it's a compliment. Yeah, you feel.
Now, for anyone who has been following Caitlyn's career for a while, she plays with a ton of emotion. Sometimes they do get the best of her. However, Carmelo Anthony doesn't think that is a bad thing. Instead, he believes the type of emotion is what makes her different.
We're not used to seeing women emotion, like in the public like that, in the sport like that. Like we used to it being proper and, you know, and having sportsmanship and like you foul somebody, you pick them up and say, I'm sorry. Like we women, like you know what I mean? This is what we do, but basketball is different.
Since entering the WNBA, many people have made the comparison between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese to Magic and Bird, in the same way that Magic and Bird's rivalry elevated the NBA and made it a household sport. Clark and Reese could do the same for the WNBA. At least that's what NBA legend Magic Johnson believes.
These WNBA players, Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, who many are saying are the Larry Bird and Magic Johnson of the WNBA. Do you like that when you hear that?
I like it, and they are.
Now, we all know Caitlin is Magic in this scenario, thanks to her incredible passing ability. Heck, she resembles more Bird than Reese as well. So maybe she is both a bit of Magic and Bird. Two people who seem to agree with Magic's sentiment that we are seeing the next Magic and Bird are Draymond Green and Derek Fisher. It's almost eerie how history repeats itself.
Magic Johnson and Larry Bird coming into the league after playing in the NCAA title game. Some of the underlying social things around a white player and a black player,
Yep.
like you're seeing a little bit of that Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin was left off of the American women's basketball Olympic team. It's almost as if they were appeasing the WNBA vets and showing favoritism. This confused the entire basketball world. Michael Jordan and the Dream Team famously used the Olympics to make basketball a global game, and many believe that the women's organization is messing up by not including Caitlin. Paul Pierce doesn't always have the most rational of takes, but the fact that he is the voice of reason should speak volumes about the subject.
You claim you want the women's game to grow, and then you keep the most popular girl in women's basketball off the team. How do you grow internationally and domestically if you don't put her on the U.S. team? It just makes the most sense. Sometimes you have to say, hey, you guys, this is bigger than the game, which it is.
However, Reggie Miller believes the committee made the right decision by leaving Caitlin off the team, because she is not one of the best players in the world. In fact, he went as far as to say it was a disservice to even name her in the top 15.
You're right, she's not one of the 12 best. And on top of that, I think they did her a disservice by naming her early on like she was part of the top 15 or 20. That was a disservice to her because it got her fan base all riled up. She automatically should make the team.
But if you listen to Kevin Durant talk about Caitlin's game, then you would certainly get the impression that she is one of the best players on the planet. It didn't take long for him to realize that he was watching the best player in the country.
She always had the ball in her hands. Everybody was playing off of her. She just commanded the whole game. I was like, who the hell is this? She is nice. It was like, oh, she's the best player in the country. I was like, oh, damn. I see it now. Like, you know,
right.
Like when you walk in and you don't even know who anybody is, and they just be like, yo, that's the best player in the country right there. It's just like, yo, that shit hits you out of nowhere. Like, let me really focus in on her.
Now, it is clear that NBA players are enamored with Caitlin. They recognize her greatness and also understand the pressure that is on her shoulders. So far, Caitlin has not only lived up to the hype, but has surpassed it with recording breaking plays. It seems as if she really will be once in a generation type player.